Let's talk about something I think a lot of us can relate to. That feeling, that deep-seated dread of small talk. We're going to dive into why for some people it's not just a simple preference. Nope, it's actually about how their brain might be wired for something, well, something a whole lot deeper. I mean, have you ever been there? Trapped in a conversation about, I don't know, the weather or what someone did over the weekend, and you're just mentally counting down the seconds until you can make a graceful exit? Yeah? Well, if that's you, then you are absolutely in the right place. Oh, yeah, it's such a familiar feeling. You've got that forced smile plastered on your face, you're nodding along, but your mind is a million miles away, all while you're scanning the room for any possible escape route. Let's be real, that kind of social song and dance is just exhausting. So, what is actually going on there? The easy answer is just to say, oh, I'm just shy. But what if it's not that at all? What if it's not about being afraid of people, but about being hungry for a totally different kind of conversation? And this is where we kind of need to reframe the whole thing. It's so easy to slap on labels, right? You see someone quiet at a party and think, oh, they're shy, or they're rude, or even arrogant. But the psychology here tells a completely different story. What looks like shyness, it could just be a brain that's wired for deep dives. Rudeness? Maybe it's a brain that's automatically filtering out what it sees as low-value information. It's not about being uninterested, it's about waiting for something meaningful to hook into. And that brings us right to the heart of it, the brain's need for depth. And this is so important. We're not talking about a personality flaw here. This is a cognitive preference, plain and simple. So when we say depth and meaning, what are we even talking about? Well, it's this preference for getting your hands dirty with complex information, you know? It's about spotting patterns, making those abstract connections between ideas. For a brain like this, that stuff is way more interesting than just social pleasantries. And check this out. There's a great insight from the source material that just hits the nail on the head. It says a high IQ brain might just stay quiet until a topic gets complex or interesting enough to actually trigger it to engage. It's like it's waiting for the conversation to hit a certain level before it decides, okay, now it's worth my energy. So let's get into what that brain is actually doing during a boring conversation. It's not just switched off, no, it's actively scanning for patterns, looking for connections. It's filtering out all the fluff, the stuff it considers low value. Why? It's conserving energy for when the conversation gets good. It's basically on high alert, just waiting for that meaningful trigger. Okay, so what is this trigger? Let's talk about the spark of complexity and how it can flip a switch and bring someone from totally checked out to 100% engaged. All right, think about it like this. During small talk, the brain is basically in standby mode. It's not powered down completely, right? It's just passively scanning. It's listening for a keyword, a juicy concept, a provocative question, basically any signal that something more interesting is about to happen. And then, bam, it happens. Someone throws a complex idea into the mix. The brain's little radar picks up a worthy signal. And just like that, it flips into engaged mode. Suddenly, it's fully present, it's processing, and it's ready to jump in. It really breaks down into a simple three-step process. Step 1 is monitor. You're just listening to the surface stuff, not really burning any calories on it. Then comes step 2, detect. Your brain latches onto that one interesting keyword or a cool new idea. And finally, step 3, engage. You flick the switch from passive listener to active participant. It's a super efficient system, and it's happening without you even thinking about it. So once you understand this process, it lets you do something really powerful. It lets you reframe this whole thing, not just for yourself, but for how you see other people who might seem a little distant or quiet at first. And here's the big takeaway, the thing to really remember. This isn't anti-social. It's differently social. It's about wanting a kind of social interaction that's built on something real, something with a bit of substance. Yeah, the goal is absolutely not to avoid connecting with people. It's the opposite. It's about searching for a different kind of connection, one that's authentic, stimulating, a connection that actually feels, meaningful. When it comes right down to it, it's the classic quality over quantity argument. It's about finding that one deep, amazing conversation that leaves you feeling more fulfilled than 100 of those forgettable, surface-level chats ever could. So that kind of leaves us with a final thought to chew on. If this is all about finding that trigger, that spark of complexity, well, what if the most amazing conversations you could ever have are just waiting for you to ask one deep question?